beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro. Put holes in Kama Sutra holes. Got hit with bottles, gases left. I needed sutures to close it. If it ain't dope, don't put your nose in it. Stay in a child's place. This grown man business. I bear my soul like a naked witness.
What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though, everybody? Welcome to the first, hopefully out of many, podcast. Gimmemyprops. I'm Larry Williams, a.k.a. Dark Skin Jermaine. Jan Bond over on the other side,
What up, though?
a.k.a. Jan and Juice.
What up, though?
Welcome to our little family, our little inside conversation where we try to turn our love for sports into money and make you look smarter in the break room or, outside if you at the plant or wherever you work or at the water cooler. We just want to make you look smarter. The only thing that I ask if I make you look smarter that you give me my props. And I'm sure my man Jan feel the same way about that.
For sure. For sure.
Before we jump off and start talking about week one in the NFL, because the show is primarily going to focus on trying to, earn a salary along with the players this NFL season, okay? Because I don't get a check from the NFL. Jen, do you get a check from the NFL?
I wish.
But I give them a lot of hours. In fact, I had to ask the NFL to knock it off, okay? I give you my whole Sunday. I give you my Monday. You ask my Thursday now. Like, I had to tell them to knock it off. So I'm going to try to, some of the hours I'm putting, I'm going to try to get something back from it. And that's the goal of the podcast. So we want to just start by saying that. We're not here to get rich quick. This is not the get rich quick scheme. No long parlays. Yeah.
Yeah, no long parlays. The percentages of you winning those are down. I mean, you can throw up a half court shot. It might go in sometime, but it's not going to go in most of the time. So I like hitting layups. So give me the layups. So I keep laying you up. The little floaters. I'm doing all that. Half court, full court shots. That's what we're not doing. We're not doing that.
But we do shoot three-pointers, okay? So when we talk about a parlay, we're usually not going to go over 3 teams. Sometimes you might get fouled and get a 4-pointer. So sometimes we will put those 14 parlays up there, but we will not force it, okay? We will not be forcing it, okay? There are no 4-point plays in football. So I couldn't make that analogy, even though we're just talking about the NFL right now. Even though I'm a basketball enthusiast, I'm actually celebrating the Michigan Wolverine football team win today too. So I just want to kind of shout out one of my favorite teams, the Michigan Wolverines. But at any rate, we're not gonna do those long parlays. And we're gonna try to be even money hunters. We're gonna be even money hunters. Try to get that plus 100, and that means for every 100 you bet, you get 100 back. Okay. And some people say, well, why would we listen to this? I could just bet the guy at the barbershop $100. Well, you know what? The guy at the barbershop doesn't give you bonuses. Okay. You might have a hard time getting your money from him. Okay. It's just a much better situation when you do it with these companies that are investing the millions. What do you think, Jim?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep, that's the best way. And you building your bankroll. Building your bankroll.
Yeah, over time, we recommend that you do not pull your winnings, so that over time you can have a bankroll. And so the goal is to deposit, week one, and not have to make a deposit week two if you don't want to, but still be able to bet. Okay, and that's the goal here, to play out of the bankroll. So we don't recommend you pull your winnings. Okay, try to win it over the long haul, so you can have a nice season check like the players do when it's all over. Okay. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these games. We're not going to bet everything that we're talking about. We're just going to kind of talk the schedule, things that we think are going to happen. Very interesting stuff. So a couple of revenge games on the schedule. But let's start off with the Thursday game. Got the Buffalo Bills coming in facing the Rams, facing the defending champ Rams. Where we at on this one, Jay?
The Bills are favorite by 2.5. I like the Rams. Give me the Rams money line plus 115 on MGM. Uh, since they've been doing this game, the Thursday night kickoff with the Super Bowl champ hosting, they're 13-3 straight up. So
And
so give me them. No Tre'Davious White, he's not playing. Cooper Cup should have a field day. Um, the defending champs, I'm going with the numbers.
you made a very interesting point earlier, which was, if and Vegas agrees and the general public agrees essentially that the Bills are going to go to or win the Super Bowl. Well, if you do believe that, you can't pick them to lose week one. You
Right.
just can't do it. It doesn't matter what the numbers say, right? And
Right.
that's a really tough point. But I like the 13-3. I'm going with the history of this thing. I like the Rams as well, even though I'm keeping my eye on that 2.5 and that number. I think that's a little high for this game. I'm definitely gonna pick the Rams with you. Let's move on. Got a divisional matchup, tough here, but maybe not. We're looking at the Saints versus the Falcons. The Saints and the Falcons.
I actually like New Orleans as a pick 'em, but New Orleans plays down to their competition. They split last year, so I think this number is a little high. Um, they have New Orleans favored by 5.5. I think the number's a little high.
I like the way Jameis is moving around on social media. You see, he's getting beat up by the guy with the pads, and he's in and out the cones. He looks a little slimmer, and we're a long way from Tallahassee, baby. I like Jameis in this one.
Definitely.
Let's go on. A revenge game. It looks like it's on the schedule. A revenge game. Baker getting his revenge against the old team. Ran him out of town. What do you think about this one, Jay?
Uh, I actually like the Carolina Panthers, the revenge game as a pick 'em. They have the Panthers. The Panthers are actually favored to win by 2.5. Um, Baker knows the Browns in and out. He knows the playbook. He's going to tell the defensive coordinator for the Panthers, "Hey, this is the plays we ran. This is what we like to do. We ran through these holes." he's going to give them the whole insight. I think it's just an advantage for Carolina.
Yeah, the Browns have a really good roster. Even with the suspension of Deshaun Watson, I think they have a really good roster. But to be honest, I just don't trust them against the guy that used to run them, Baker Mayfield. Christian McCaffrey back on the field. This is probably gonna be a good one. But I'm definitely taking Baker and the Panthers in this one. Let's move on. Got the two blue blood teams. The San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Two young quarterbacks going at it. Don't know what we're going to get from either of them. Uh, Justin Fields looked a little shaky last year. Haven't seen Trey Lance, much of him. Doesn't have a lot of experience out there. I'm going to take the Niners, even with the Debo drama. What say you?
I also like San Fran as just picking the game. It's a lot of unknown for me to bet it. I'm going to stay away from betting this game. They actually have San Fran favored by 7, uh, which is probably a solid number. I don't think the Bears are that good, but I don't know. I don't know about Trey Lance. I don't agree with benching a dude that took you to the Super Bowl and took you to an NFC Championship last year, and pretty much was an interception drop away from going back. I don't agree with that. So I'm not betting this game. I'm gonna pass on this one.
I think he came down through a bad pick at the end of that game too. But I just don't like the way they handled the Jimmy situation. I don't like the way that they're handling the Debo situation. But throughout the last 10 years, for sure, these guys have really had some success. Especially when you talk to a Lions fan. I'm picking them to win the game. Let's move on. Divisional matchup. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals. I like the Bengals in this one. Mr. Tomlin is really tough when he brings a team to town. New look at the quarterback position. Uh, I like the Chase Jamar Chase Joe Burrow combination. It really grew on us toward the end of last year. I got to take the Bengals in this one. They're at home. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually like the Bengals too. They didn't won three straight against Pittsburgh, but I don't like the number. I'm gonna stay away from betting purposes, but I do like the Bengals to win this game. But I'm not betting it. I'm passing.
I definitely would not bet this game. I definitely wouldn't bet this game. But Bengals 3-0 against the Steelers in their last, three. Uh, you know, it might be a decent money line bet, but I just don't trust Tomlin to lose games. So I mean, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna bet it. Uh, we got the next game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Lions really good against the spread last year. Eagles, Jalen Hurt really has something to prove. I'm taking the Eagles. I love the Lions. I'm from Detroit. Just don't trust them to win games. I trust them to be in games. Don't trust them to win them. I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah, I actually like the Eagles as well. Um, I don't like the number. Detroit actually was third in the league against the spread last year. Um, so I'm staying away from this game as far as betting, but I do like Philly to win this game.
Now, I know everybody's listening to the podcast like I thought this was about making money or okay. So I'm gonna bring you to a game that we are gonna bet. Uh, Next on the schedule, this is an easy money line game, and it's gonna be the first part of a three-team parlay that we're gonna do. The no-brainer parlay. First leg of that no-brainer parlay is gonna be Colts money line over Houston. Colts money line over Houston. Tell the folks why, man.
Yeah, the Colts over the Texans. They blew them out the last two times they played them. I don't think the Texans are that good. I mean, they mean well. You know, I like their effort last season, but they just don't have a lot on the roster. There's no way they're beating. They might keep it close, but they're not winning this game. So we're money lining this with the parlay. Um, I don't like the points though, so that's why we just money lining this game.
Not a lot of data for us to be picking spreads. Okay, we're not as sophisticated. Like my buddy saying. He said we're channel 62. So I know some of my Detroit folks will get this reference. And nationally, channel 62 is kind of that old. You know how you have the old UHTV, and you have those bottom ones you have to turn real tight. That was our. You have to put it on U at the top. Maybe I'm showing the age too much. Let's move on. Uh, got a divisional matchup. New look Dolphins with the new Ferrari parked outside for Tua versus Bill Belichick, who essentially has built a bigger house for himself and taken on responsibility. And he doesn't specifically name coaches now. So a new look uh, Dolphins team versus more Belichick. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I actually like the Dolphins as well. But as far as picking it, but I'm not betting this one either. We're not betting this one. The Dolphins haven't won three in a row. They swept them last year, but they had some close games. The last one was by three, and the other one was by 9. Um, I'm gonna stay away from this one. It can go to either. It can come down to a last second field goal. So I'm not comfortable with the 3. So I'm staying away. I'm passing this game.
This is now. There's another one we want y'all to understand. Now, get Janet props. Now, that's what I'm saying. When I told you Cincinnati won three in a row, give me my props. Jan just told you Miami's won 3 in a row against the Patriots. Give him his props, please. Jan, please tell him to give your props.
Give me my props.
All right, let's go. Uh, Moving on to a game that we will be betting for a great many reasons. I don't want to slam this team, but like you said, they mean well, but I just don't think that they have enough starting quarterbacks down. This is not so much a revenge game. We got the Baltimore Ravens facing off against the Jets.
Yep.
So I'm taking the Ravens in this one.
Yep. And this is the second leg of the three-team parlay we have. Um, Ravens money line. The Jets. I think they're probably going to win probably 4 or 5 games. Ravens had a bad season last year. A lot of injuries. A lot of people coming back. Lamar has something to prove. Um,
He's trying to get paid. That's what he did. That's what he got to prove. He got to prove he needs that. He deserves that money.
exactly. So yeah, the Ravens is not losing this game. So I don't like the number. They probably should cover the number, but we're gonna put it in our parlay to be safe. Money line.
And like I said, listen, we're gonna be even money hunters. You want to hedge out there, and you want to hedge out there and give those points. You're that confident. Go ahead and do that. Just understand that that's different than what we're doing. Okay, that's a little different than what we're doing. But please, they might cover. The Jets are gonna be really bad. I think they win 5 games at the most. Zach Wilson's hurt. I don't think there's much to talk about here. Lamar Jackson definitely is out there to show that he deserves that money. Let's move on to a game that I don't really have any idea who's going to win. I definitely won't be betting it, but I will be picking Trevor Lawrence and his Jaguars against the Washington football team. Against the Washington football team. So I'm taking Trevor Lawrence in this one. What do you got, Jim?
I'm actually gonna lean to Washington, but I'm with you. I really don't know. I'm leaning Washington. I'm not taking this as a survivor. I'm not betting on this. I'm not playing this in Madden. I'm not messing with this game. You know, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm passing. I'm passing on this game. I don't like the numbers.
Okay. Listen, you think that was bad? Wait till I tell you this one. Let's go with a Tariq Hill-less Kansas City Chiefs versus Arizona, who starts off red hot every year. Who's winning that? Nobody knows who's winning that game. Okay? I'm going to pick the Chiefs because I think they still may be a little bit better on paper. But you talk about a game that you won't bet. Who you got in this game, Jan?
I'm going with the Cardinals, but as you said, I'm not betting it. I'm passing. The Cardinals do actually come out hot, and the Chiefs have been kind of a slow team. So if you put a gun in my head, I lean to Arizona, but I'm not betting this game. I'm staying away. I think the number. I don't like the number. I pass.
Full disclaimer: don't nobody bet nothing, and then try to put a gun in one of our heads. Please don't bet it. If you think it's coming to that, just don't do it. Okay, we recommend that you do not bet. Stay away from all the games. If you have, as a matter of fact, you got a gun, don't even do none of this. Just stay away. No, I'm joking. Let's talk about another real tough game. Team that you're really high on. Team that I'm high on as well with some great additions. Got the Vegas Raiders against the Chargers. I like the Raiders in this with their new Porsche parked outside. I like the Raiders in this, even though I think the Chargers really have a fighting chance. I know you're high on them. What say you, bud?
I actually like the Chargers in this one, but I'm not betting this game. The last game was won by 3 points. That was the game that everybody was betting that it go to overtime. So I don't like this number.
Yeah, the tie or something silly like that. Right,
right. The tie. Everybody was betting that it would tie.
They could make it. I think they would hold hands and walk into the playoff together or something like that, right?
Right. So I actually
so silly.
Right. Yeah. So it's going to be a close game. So the Chargers can win by 2. Vegas can win by 2 or something. I don't like the number. I think it's going to be close. I'm leaning Chargers. The Chargers are one of my. I don't know if they're a sleeper team anymore because I hear a lot of people talking about them. They're actually probably the best team in the league on paper. On paper, to me, I like that.
Okay, we will argue about that. We don't have much time right now. Let's get on to a game that we're gonna bet because we have three more games that we're gonna bet. So we got three favorites, and we're gonna give you three underdogs as well. Last year, I think in week one there were maybe, based on the Vegas line standard, I think there were 7 or 8 underdog wins.
Yep.
So we're just taking three of them this year. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is a game that we're going to bet. Tell them who and tell them why, Jan.
We're going with Minnesota money line right now. MGM is plus 105. So I like it. On paper, I think. I mean, people do not like Kirk Cousins for whatever reason. They don't like him, but on paper, they're stacked. They're loaded. They got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, Adam Thielen, Daniil Hunter, Zadarius Smith. I mean, Patrick Peterson.
The name, yeah, they got John Randall. He even came back, right? He turned John Randall. So they're loaded. I know it's a shocker. Green Bay normally sputters out the gate. I think they'll be great throughout the season, but I think the missing of Devontae Adams going to show up early. I'm going to give this one to the Vikings, so we're going to take that as one of our underdog picks. Let's talk about this next game. One that's near and dear to me for a number of reasons. New York versus the Tennessee Tighten Up Titans. I'm going to take the Titans in this one. I just don't trust New York. I don't know what I'm going to get from Saquon. He's on a contract year, but I just think you get a healthy dose of Mr. Henry, and I think that's too much to contend with. Titans are at home as well. I'm going to take the Titans in this one. What say you?
I'm gonna lean Titans too, but the Titans. I'm not betting this game at all. It's just the Titans play down to their competition. They lost to the Jets last year. I don't know who they're going to throw the ball to. Robert Woods, is he even healthy? I don't know. They're going to have.
He's definitely questionable.
They're going to have 13 people. The coach is going to be in the box against Henry. They're going to have everybody in the box. They're going to dare Tannehill to throw the ball, and I don't know who they're throwing the ball to. I'm staying away from this game. I'm staying away.
I definitely got some ties to Tennessee, and so I'm just gonna pick them in this one. I hadn't seen the Giants beat anybody noteworthy in a while at home. Definitely gonna pick Tennessee in this one. And let's talk about these last two underdog picks that we're gonna take. A tough divisional matchup. Not a lot of people are going to pick against this guy. Got Mr. Brady and company with a new toy for him as well. Maybe not a Ferrari, maybe not a Porsche. Definitely a Cadillac. Okay, definitely a Cadillac. Allen Robinson. I'm going to take, though I like that, I'm going to take Dallas in this one. And this is going to be the second of our third underdog pick. And then we'll go do a recap after all of this. We're taking Dallas. Tell them why, Jay.
Yeah, I like Dallas. Tampa Bay lost Sue. They lost Gronk. Brady's been missing from camp. I don't know what he's doing. I think they're going to be a little off. Their secondary, I don't like their secondary. I only like Antoine Winfield Jr. That's the only one I like. I don't think they're going to have much resistance. Dallas is a passing team. Tampa is hard to run against, but I'm going to take Dallas.
Well, don't worry about it. They don't like to use it. Dallas don't like to use their running back. They don't like to use. They got two great running backs. They don't like to use either of them.
Right. So the last year the game came down to the wire. I think Tampa pulled it out at the last second field goal. So I'm expecting this one to go the other way. I'm betting Dallas actually plus 105 at
Yeah,
MGM.
plus 105, right?
Yep, yep. So that is a bet that I'm betting.
Yep. And last game on the schedule, revenge game of sort. Got Russ coming in with his new team and his new money, facing off against his old team and his old coach and the guys who used to get him beat up all the time. I'm taking Russell on this one. What do you think?
Yep. We're taking the Broncos, and actually this is the third game of our three-game parlay. If y'all forgot, we have the Ravens, we have the Colts, and we have the Broncos. If you parlay that together, that pays out plus 136. Meaning, if you put $100, you get $236 back. Um, the same thing I said about Carolina with Baker. The same thing with Seattle. Russell knows what plays they're running. He knows the playbook. They pretty much they're not going to change up their offense for one game. Um, Russ knows what they do. He knows what Tyler Lockett can do and what he can't do. He knows what Metcalf can do, what he can't do. He's going to tell his coaches that. I think it's just an advantage that and Seattle is not that great on paper. I mean, they got a couple players there, but I suspect we're going to win like 3 or 4 games.
Ooh, that's so tough. Got a really tough coach and got a couple of great players over there. Maybe a top 15, top 20 wide receiver in Metcalf. But don't know what we're going to get out of Geno. I gotta agree with you. I don't think I don't think Russell Wilson's gonna extend any professional courtesy. Let's go ahead and try to wrap this thing up. So we got 6 games that we betting. When these teams win, please give my props. Jen, tell the people what to do.
Make these bets. Now remember, the three game parlay is the Broncos, Ravens, Colts. That's the 3 game parlay. The upsets we have are the Minnesota over Green Bay, Dallas over Tampa Bay,
And the Rams over the Bills.
and the Rams over the Bills. Yep.
And when you quote our little stats, 13-3 ever since they've been doing this game, please give me my props. Please give Jen his props.
Give me my props.
Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Everybody, thanks for coming in. Being a part of our little family here. Hopefully, we grow and we all make some money. Have a lot of fun with it. As the season progresses, of course, the storyline will, and so will our storyline. Maybe we'll talk to you about our fantasy teams or how we did in the daily, fantasy or, just some things to make everything a little bit better and start introducing some actual prop bets into this. And we just want everybody to be happy and have some fun and, try to make a little salary over the long haul. So our no-brainer parlay, not a guaranteed $100 if you bet 100, but you know, we're even money hunters and we're pretty successful at it. Neither one of us has had a losing week. Picking the whole schedule and maybe the past 3-4 years, we just got really serious about betting last year. We're gonna be posting our social media information pretty soon. You can follow the Action Network. Give me my props to see what we're gonna do. We'll move units to let everybody know and track this stuff. But thanks for coming in. You got anything to say before we close these people out, Jen?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Gin and Juice. Um, Follow me on the Action Network. Give me my props on the Action Network app. And we will have more socials later.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. Again, when you look smarter at work, please give me my props. Please give me my props. Okay? Take care, everybody.
Peace
Have
out.
a good evening.